Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is a sinking funds update as it's the start of a new month. Today I'm going to be putting £240 split into my various sinking fund envelopes and I'm sharing that with you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So yes, this £240 is some of the side hustle income that I earned last month, and I'm going to put that into the various sinking funds that I have. As always, I'll leave a link below to the binder and the envelopes if you want to join me in this method. I am loving having this set up. By the way, this is the kind of the first year where I've been really consistent every month in putting something in these, and it's already beginning to show that actually being able to do this and being able to be prepared will help me so much more in the long run. And if you're new here, one of these is a specific sinking fund that's just specifically for me rather than kind of our family setup, and I'm working on that as well. But these are the sinking funds, so let's get them out first of all. So like I said, this binder is just from Amazon. I'll leave a link below to that. The only one I'm not going to take out is clothes. I'm not going to add anything to the clothes sinking fund this time. But the 6 that I'm going to talk about, so I've got Christmas, birthdays, school holidays, school related expenses, the car MOT and just general car expenses, and then my favourite one, the one that's just for me, the Mulberry purse. So the first thing I'm going to do is Christmas. So at the moment in the Christmas sinking fund, how much is in here already? So 20, 40, so there's £70 in there already, so it's going up quite nicely actually. And obviously Christmas is the furthest category away, if you like, of these sinking funds. However, I'm going to start as I mean to go on. So for the sinking fund for Christmas, I'm going to put £40 in there. So 20, 40, £40 is going to go in the Christmas sinking fund. That makes that now £110 in the Christmas sinking fund. I've got a number in mind in what I want this to end up being, and we are, considering it's the start of the 4th month, we are doing fairly well with that. I'm pleased with how that's going so far. So that was £40 in the Christmas one, and that makes that up to £110, which is good as a starting point. And we'll see how that goes. And then on the second one is birthdays. So the birthdays one, I kind of mentioned this last time, the birthdays one is going to be the one where it kind of gets taken out more often. There is a birthday actually, in fact there's 2 birthdays within our family this month. So this will be emptied I think at next weekend and then kind of refilled again in the next month. It's the one where it's kind of more tricky to keep kind of filled up, if that makes sense. But anyway, so at the moment, how much is in here at the moment? So there is, how much is in there? So there's £40 in there at the moment, and I'm going to add in £20 into the birthday sinking fund. So that makes that £60 in there for the moment. And like I said, that's in there for now, but actually that will go by the end. I think next weekend that will probably be empty and we'll start that again, but we'll see. I love buying people birthday presents, and normally I would buy them from kind of independent shops where we live or around where we live anyway, but at the moment it's more being online, but that's okay. And if I buy something online, someone asked me the other day, so how do you deal with online purchases when you use the cash envelope system? If I buy things online, I just like kind of write that down as is, and I'll either, if I need the money, I'll take it back out of the cash envelope sinking fund and use it elsewhere, or I'll leave the money in there and it just kind of rolls over. It just depends on how tight the budget is at that specific point in time. So that's the birthdays one. School holidays is next. So this school holidays, it kind of covers all of the school holidays, so not just the summer ones. You know, we're in the Easter holidays at the moment, there's May half term, there's October half term, there's the Christmas holiday. This kind of covers all of them, but I suppose the main reason for this one is the summer holidays. So the summer holidays in England are, or the UK, are 6 weeks long, so 6 weeks where the children are not at school. And obviously, considering the kind of the rubbish year or so they've had, I want the summer holidays this year to be kind of even better than normal because they've kind of missed out on so much. So at the moment, how much is in here at the moment? So 20, 40, so there's £60 in there at the moment. And I want to do things like, you know, when you go out for days out and you want to get an ice cream, or they want to get, you know, all those kind of things I want to be able to say yes to. So I need to kind of think ahead in terms of just even not just the prices of going out for the day, like maybe like if you need to pay to get in or whatever, it's all those little extras as well. So there's £60 at that moment. I'm going to put £40 in there, so 20, 40. So that makes that £100 in the school holiday fund for the moment. Again, I've kind of got like a number in mind that I want to reach. Bearing in mind that's not until the end of July, so again we're kind of in a good place at the moment. School related expenses, so these are, the majority of this will be spent on school uniform and new stuff in August, but obviously there are ongoing costs of school things like uniform, and if they are ever allowed to go on school trips and things as well, it will all come out of this budget. But for now, it's, you know, it hasn't really been touched so far this year. So there's £40 in there at the moment. I'm going to add another £40 into that, so 20, 40. Last year's like school uniform wise, it cost me around about £80 I think, all in with everything, you know, school shoes, clothes, bag, everything. So again, once that gets to a certain number, I'm going to not add any more into that until it's spent then, if that makes sense. So there's now £80 in there in the school fund. Again, a great amount so far. So the car, it says MOT. I say this every time I do these videos, and I apologise if you've watched every single one where I go, oh, this is not just the MOT. This is not just the MOT, this is just car related expenses. So how much is in here at the moment? So at the moment there's £60 in the car MOT. I'm sensing a bit of a theme in terms of amounts of cash in these at the moment. The MOT itself is not due to October, but obviously kind of we've got an older car and it seems to cost us things fairly regularly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in £40 in the car MOT envelope, and that makes that up to £100 as well now. So again, kind of ticking up nicely there, which is good. And then again, if you're new here, then this is just for me. This is the one I get most excited about because it's something that is purely for me, and I've wanted one for about 10 years. And they're really expensive, and yeah, oh, I can't wait to get one. So this is for a Mulberry. It's a purse, so it's what you call a wallet in America if you're American, but I want a Mulberry purse. And this is the one that's just for me. Clearly just for me. It's also the thing that I am trying to already tell myself that it's okay to spend money on something. I never buy myself anything, but at the moment I've got 20, 40, 60, so I've got £100 in there at the moment. And I'm going to put the remainder of this, so how much is here? So I'm going to put £60 in there for this Mulberry purse. So that makes that now £160 towards my dream of owning a Mulberry purse. And I know £160 seems like a lot, and it is a lot of money judging by how much we spend in other areas of our life, but that's not even near what I need it to be yet. But we're getting there. So I filled it up, and like I said, I'm not going to do the clothes. You can see there's one left in my sinking funds binder. I'm not going to do clothes, but I have £160 in Mulberry, there's £100 in the car MOT, there's £80 in school related expenses, £100 in school holidays, £60 in birthdays, although that's the one that's going to be emptied fairly quickly after this, and then Christmas, which is always quite a big expense in our family. I am just someone who loves buying presents for other people. I like the process of kind of thinking about what they'd like. I like finding little independent shops online or near us and kind of using it that way. I'm not the biggest fan of buying things just off Amazon or whatever. I don't do it particularly often. She says, saying that the binder and the envelopes are from Amazon. But I mean, in terms of things like presents and stuff, I like to kind of be a bit more personalised. However, that is my sinking fund setup for this update. How are your sinking funds looking? Do you use those at all? Honestly, I'm so happy with this system. I feel like it's going to kind of take the pressure off in those perhaps more expensive months, so like the summer months or towards Christmas, just by being that bit more organised. But yeah, this is my sinking fund setup. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know how you're getting on down below. Have you set up this? Have you thought about using this before? Maybe you might be thinking about trying it. Absolutely give it a go. It really will kind of help in terms of just organising your finances that bit more. And if you try it and don't like it, then that's okay as well. Then just say you tried it and move on to something different. But this is how it works for us. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.